All right, y'all. So I wanted to do an update on this whole UnitedHealthcare CEO situation because there have been some wild developments, to say the least. Now, authorities believe that the suspect left New York City on a bus after the attack, and the manhunt has expanded nationwide with assistance now from the FBI. Now, as far as I know, the FBI has actually made their award or reward for information or finding the person, whatever, $50,000. And I think the one that New York or whatever was putting up was 10,000. So it's just like they really trying to find him, but they think he left New York. Let's talk about what's going on.
After making your death drop, headlock, got him in a headlock. Music to my ears, I'm about to make your head pop.
Now, first of all the links to what I'm going to be talking about, articles, all that, going to be in my description. As usual, y'all know we like sources over here, child. We like actual sources over here. Ain't nobody trying to get sued. Okay, so so first of all, as the Independent says, UnitedHealthcare removed information about top executives from their website after this attack. So, and I really wonder how much that's going to protect these people for real. Just because, okay, y'all took a web page down, but this guy tracked down your meeting where y'all was having y'all investor meeting at. He knew where he was going to walk up to the hotel. So it's just like, okay, y'all taking a couple web pages down, but like we gonna see how effective that is, girl. But so Independent says several health insurance giants have since followed suit after UnitedHealthcare took down information from their websites about top executives at their company, shielding information about their top executives. For example, Blue Cross Blue Shield's leadership page is now redirected to its About Us page. Care Source's executive leadership page redirects to the company's homepage, while individual biography pages for its top executives lead to not found messages. Girl, I mean, what, they gonna just search y'all LinkedIn? Y'all love posting on LinkedIn. Medica's leadership page now redirects to the company's homepage, and clicking on news releases for company executives result leads to an inaccessible link reading, "We can't find the page you're looking for." I bet y'all can't. I bet y'all can't. Medica's office buildings have been temporarily closed out of an abundance of caution, even though we have received no specific threats related to our campuses. And it's so funny. It's just like y'all admitting that y'all know y'all bulldozing people. Y'all know that y'all are scamming people, because nobody that's not scamming people would react in this way when a fellow scammer gets punted to oblivion. If y'all were confident that you're treating customers with respect and that you're really providing the highest level of care and that y'all not cheating people out of paying them after they done paid you for how many years, paying them for coverage. Like, if you wasn't nervous about that, you wouldn't be taking down no leadership pages, because y'all would have known, like, okay, well, our customers respect us over here. The entire healthcare, insurance, all that stuff, industry across the board is a mess. And y'all know that. That's why y'all taking down these pages. That's why y'all taking down these pages, so the Grim Reaper don't come looking for y'all down a New York City street alleyway, girl. Like, that's it. Y'all got to be kidding me. Now, beyond that, the NYPD released the face of the alleged gunman, right? And at first, people were like, well, he's kind of hot. At first, people were like, well, I mean, he's kind of hot. And it's like, of course, these insurance companies were paying attention to people's reaction to this, because I knew that people really did not, of course, there's so many stories about this heinous healthcare system in this country, right? But just to see so many people react in one accord, Americans don't ever agree on nothing. You see what I'm saying? We don't agree on nothing. So to see all these people come out with the same exact sentiment, almost like, well, we do not care that this guy got popped. Like, we do not care. And laughing emojis, they said thousands and thousands of laughing emojis on the Facebook post when United announced that this had happened. They was laughing. So people calling the gunman hot, they're just like, we gonna hide him. We're not gonna help the cops. Like, y'all, of course they're scared. Of course these insurance companies and whoever, at least, of course they're scared. But at the same time, people noticed is that this guy's nose is different. These noses are different. The color of the backpacks are different. So they're just like, well, NYPD, what are you doing? Like, do y'all really have this person's face going around saying that he is a suspect when he's not? Like, that's what people were talking about. That. Not only that, but they were having a look-alike competition. I don't know if it was in New York or something. They were having look-alike competitions. They was like, who looked like the CEO gunman? Like, come out and we gonna look at this. Look at this. Like, they do not care. A lot of Americans do not care that the CEO got popped. Like, they around here having look-alike competition of the gunman. Like, y'all have got to be kidding me. Like, Americans are fed up. And it's so interesting that you see, like I said, Americans don't agree on nothing, but so many of us have come together on this one thing. And if the Democratic Party had any sense, they would have capitalized off of this energy. They would have capitalized off of this and off of this energy in the elections, in any kind of elections, even in their messaging. But it has not happened. This is a force. This is a force. And to see that a politician, especially these Democrats who at least try to, they pretend that they care, right? It's so crazy to see that not one Democrat had jumped onto this kind of thing that could have definitely, they could have ridden this enthusiasm for a different healthcare system that a lot of Americans have. They could have ridden that straight to an elected office. They really could have. But here we are having lookalike competitions for the gunman. Like, y'all, this is what stage of capitalism is that? Where we having lookalike competitions of the person who sniped the elite? Like, what stage of capitalism is that? Anyway, NYPD or whatever, the authorities claiming that they found a backpack, but guess what was in the backpack? I want you to guess what was in the backpack. Here it says that a backpack thought to belong to the suspect was recovered near the scene, and it only contained a jacket and some paper money from the board game Monopoly. This guy has played in your face, has escaped on a bike to a bus station and got out of New York City. And how many billions of dollars the NYPD or millions of dollars the NYPD got? Y'all still looking for this man who escaped on a bike and with a bus station? So not only did he stuff his backpack allegedly full of paper money from the Monopoly board game, but he also wrote deny, defend, depose on the bullet casings that he used, which of course could be a nod to the fact that insurance companies have been known to use a strategy called delay, deny, defend to avoid paying claims. This tactic involves delaying the claims process in general, then moving on to denying legitimate claims, and then defending against claims aggressively in court to minimize payout. So, I mean, he is playing with y'all so bad. so bad. Brian Thompson apparently was facing a probe from the Department of Justice before he was sent to the Phantom Zone. What does it say here? UnitedHealthcare CEO Brian Thompson was facing a lawsuit accusing him and other executives of insider trading related to an ongoing Justice Department investigation before he was fatally shot outside a New York City hotel on Wednesday. Thompson was one of 3 United Health Group executives named in a class action lawsuit filed in May that accused them of dumping millions of dollars worth of stock while the company was the subject of a federal antitrust investigation, which investors say wasn't immediately disclosed to shareholders. United Health was aware of the DOJ investigation since at least October of 2023. Instead of disclosing this material investigation to investors or the public, United Health insiders sold more than 120 million of their personally held United shares. The suit filed by the City of Hollywood Firefighters Pension Fund alleges nearly $25 billion in shareholder value was erased once the investigation was publicly revealed in February. Thompson was able to sell off more than $50 million of his own United Health shares before the value dropped. However, the DOJ's investigation has focused on potential conflicts between the company's insurance unit and its Optum Health Services arm, including favoritism toward the physician groups acquired by Optum and challenges imposed on rivaling health insurers. UnitedHealth Group has faced ongoing scrutiny from the DOJ over concerns about monopolization. That's why that guy had that monopoly money in his backpack, allegedly. Monopolization in the healthcare market. So not only were customers mad at you, mad at the entire system, but especially United Health. Not only were y'all using faulty AI to deny people with a 90% error rate or something like that, y'all are denying people mental health coverage. But on top of all of that, you had this DOJ investigation going on, and y'all were trying to save y'all personal assets while the company's value dropped and all that stuff. Like, it's just a mess. It's just a mess all around. But like I said, it was very interesting to watch this happen and then see the insurance companies respond, because Anthem backtracked just a little, though, because this article says Anthem backtracks on their annoying anesthesia policy in Connecticut, an unpopular move to cap anesthesiology coverage by Anthem Blue Cross Blue Shield drew criticism from patients and state officials. However, Connecticut's comptroller announced on Thursday that anesthesiology would be covered by Anthem in the state. So they walked it back. But of course, that was only for Connecticut. So yes, these companies are scared. Yes, these, elites are shaking in their boots, but they got to shake a little harder. They got to shake a little harder. I feel like the only way that Americans' material situation, especially people, a large majority of the population living paycheck to paycheck, will ever improve is if the elites feel like, well, girl, the only option is to start to pretend like we want to treat these poors like human beings. It never comes by, asking them nicely, singing Kumbaya in their face, leaning into respectability politics. It never comes that way. So I guess we'll see what waits for this situation in the future. If they'll find this guy, I really hope they don't. so it's giving American hero, is giving legend, I really hope they don't. As I said before, when you make death and suffering your business, especially when you have all these people paying into a system that they're not getting anything out of, that so many people have to pry to get anything out of, when you're serving death and sickness and destruction, girl, you should walk around in fear, especially if you're swimming in millions of dollars. You should walk around in fear. So on that note, thank y'all so much for watching. Love y'all so much, and make sure you have a good evening.
I'm gonna dip after making your death drop. Headlock, got 'em in a headlock. Music to my ears, I'm about to make your head pop.